everybody. So just a little bit of an update here. I was working to get the Kalk reactor in and going, but I ran into an issue. So I'm using my dose to pull RODI water from under the house where my auto top-off water container also is. I'm pulling water from there and then pushing it through the reactor and then, filling it up, and then it just trickles gravity fed into the sump. Well, I found out that I'm using these like 1/4-inch bulkhead fittings, and I've got those on the auto top-off container as well, and the flexible or silicone or whatever it is RO or 1/4-inch tubing, it won't seal up, so it's not allowing the dose, it's just sucking air, and it's not allowing it to pull water up from that container. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is go get some 1/4-inch, some hard tubing. And I've seen people do it before to where they put the little adapters onto the dose to allow them to connect the hard tubing to it. So I guess that's the route that I'm gonna have to go. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store and see if I can pick up that stuff and get this thing going. Other than that, I've got it running and stirring. I might need to lower that stir a little bit. I don't know really how far off the bottom it's supposed to be. Also, if anybody has these, let me know. I didn't measure it out exactly how much water does this hold. So when I look at the Kalkwasser powder, it says basically add 3/4 of a teaspoon, to a gallon, or 1/4 of a teaspoon, or what else, by the load, with I think a max of 1 teaspoon. I'd have to go back, don't quote me on that, per gallon. But I mean, I've got a 5-gallon container that was full, and I used it to fill this up with RODI water. And the best I can figure, I know it's over a gallon. I think it's probably going to be 2 gallons of what it holds, but I would say between 1 and 2 gallons maybe of water, maybe 1.5 gallons, something like that. But if anybody knows exactly what this holds, let me know. I didn't see it in the specifications. I went to the website and I don't see anything saying exactly what it holds. It says it'll do up to like 7 gallons a day or something like that, but I didn't see anything about what it holds. So just let me know on that. So basically what I did, I just put 2 teaspoons of Kalkwasser powder in here and have it mix in. I figured I'd start out with that, kind of see how it does and go from there. So that's my game plan with it. I'm still dosing the Brightwell Neo Phos and Neo Nitro, or Neo Nitrate, whichever one it's called. Have those in those 2 containers, so those are being dosed. I'm dosing currently 3 mLs a day each of those, and that, it kind of, my nitrates and phosphates fluctuate a little bit, but it's basically, if I do 3 mLs a day, then it's kind of keeping them to where they register anyway. I was doing like 5 or 6 mLs, and that was causing them to climb. So I had to dial it back, and I think about 3 mLs is where I want to be. Let's see what else. I did an update video on the protein skimmer. It's still going the same route. It's not producing right now because I just did a water change today, and that's why it's clean. Well, it is starting to produce again a little bit. Changed out the carbon. I do, if you follow along with me, I do a water change once every 2 weeks, every other Friday. And then I usually don't change out the carbon even that often. I usually change that out every other water change, so it gets changed out once a month. And then, of course, I got the fleece roller, and it's still doing the same thing to where it's bunching up on one side. But, you know, you can still see white on both sides of the paper, so I know it's covering all the holes in there, so it should be okay. The clear view, I'm just barely running the light on it right now, you know, trying to make sure that I keep some nutrients in the water. Just still trying to combat the dinos, which I still haven't gotten rid of on this tank. I think I have on the water box. I think I pretty much winning the battle there, but on this tank I haven't successfully eliminated it yet. And I pretty much, you know, in trying to treat it, I've killed so many corals that I'm just really getting tired of dealing with it. So I might try a different method for treating it, but I'm gonna make sure I've gotten rid of the dinos before I actually add any more corals to this tank. I might add some more fish actually first, just to go ahead and get the bio load up. Going back to the stir, they say that you can leave the mixing arm running, or motor, all the time, but I'm gonna set it up on a schedule. I think I'm gonna run it, you know, just a few minutes every hour, just to kind of keep it mixed up at the bottom. And also, if you get one of these, make sure you rinse it out really well. It had some nasty stuff in it that I wiped out, so then I went and actually just kind of washed it pretty well on the inside. But so far so good with it. You know, I just gotta actually getting water pumping to it, so I'm gonna work on that. It makes no sound, the motor's dead quiet, so no issue there. The outlet, I've just barely got that pipe on there, but there's no pressure, it's just a trickle. So, and I just used a piece of 1/2-inch black tubing that I had laying around. I'd kind of like to have clear just so I can see it going through there. I might order a piece, but right now that's what I had. All right, let me get up and show you the tank too as well. Okay, so here's the tank. All the fish are happy. Honestly can't tell on that chalice if it's doing good or not. I guess it is. I mean, it doesn't really look like it's melting or anything, so I guess it's doing okay. Well, like I said, I still have the dinos in the tank. It's not getting all like springy, flimmy looking, but it's just like brown throughout the sand bed. I added those digitatas in there. I guess they're doing okay. I pretty much lost all the zoas, so I think the treatments, they were doing fine until I started treating for dinos, and then they all started staying closed, and I think they got basically weakened enough to where inverts and all just ate them. Blastos kind of losing. The two on the bottom for sure. The two greenish ones look like they're doing okay, so maybe they'll pull through. But yeah, that's it right now. So the battle with the dinos continues, and then trying out some new hardware, and gonna try some other things, and get this tank where I want it before I add anything else. I think one of the biggest problems is I kind of got excited and started rushing to add some things in there. Maybe, you know, I should have waited till I had everything completely stable before I added the corals that I did, but I thought I was ready. Apparently not. Anyway, that's going to be my quick update. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel and like the videos.